Hey, what's up, guys? Shadow Steel here. Welcome back to Railworks Sundays, and today we're going to be doing something un-American, I guess you could say, something a little bit more British. We are going to be taking a trip on the Fife Circle Line, or whatever. I don't even know how the line is actually pronounced, but this is a route I've had for a few months, maybe I don't know how long I've had this for, but it's one of the British routes I've had. I got a ton of these outside of the United States routes on my Railworks account, and I've not really used any of them. So I guess we are to load passengers here. Let's go ahead and open up the doors then, shall we? All right, with the passengers being loaded, let's turn on the lights, and we're going to be taking this train a bit out. Okay. Woo! Passenger announcements. I like that. I like that. Oh, very cool. Alright, so, train's operating. Oh, another train's coming in. Sounds like it. Alright. So, yeah, we are going to be operating this service for a little bit. It's not a big scenario. It's not a long scenario, 45 minutes or so. So we should be good. But I figured why not try something outside the United States, and to boot with the I wanted to see what's going on over here. Okay, here we are. Yeah, there he is. That's kind of cool. Like the passenger announcement seems to match up with any trains being operated. Oh, would you look at that? There are a lot of passengers here. Oh, shut up, car. Oh, the mouse, the fucking keyboard's all stuck and broken here. Okay. Yeah, it's fall. I wanted to do something a little special here for this fall. Do some fall-based scenarios. So we'll be doing that a little bit throughout the year, or throughout the month of November and probably December here, actually. So, full service. We're in full service, eh? All right. I'll just get ready with the windshield wipers too on the outbound trip. Alright, we're good. There we go. Release. Go ahead and move. Come on, notch it out. And it looks like there's a signal. Looks clear. Yeah, there we go. Is there a signal clear here? Yeah, signal's clear. Just out ahead. Make sure we don't go over speed here, boys. Alright. Get the windshield wipers on. There we go. Signal's clear. Yeah, I figured, with just the general, fall nature of the weather lately, at least in the United States, I figured why not just go off and just take a little trip on kind of one of the iconic, an area where fall weather is kind of iconic. So, this line here. Does that need to be cleared out or something? I can't see. The cab is too fucking bright. No, we don't need it clear. Set it off there. Ding! That's gonna be fun. Diverging. Thing over there. Alright, we're good. Got it clear. So we're exiting the station here, and we're gonna be going about less than a mile to our next station here. So we're stopping passenger service today. That's gonna be fun. That's going to be very fun. It's going to be challenging. Is there a signal indication there? We got it clear. Got 2 trains waiting over there. Got 35. Hello, my friends. One over there. One over there. Ding! Okay, we now have 35. Permission for 35. We got a quarter mile before we actually reach the next station here, so that's going to be a little bit. So, all right, go ahead and notch it up a little bit further. Lights seem a bit dim. So one thing, so I was actually this video is being recorded as of Friday, November 1st, actually, and I got to admit, from what's going on lately, I am legit impressed with what's going on with some of my one video in particular on my channel. I released a video of Railroads Online a week ago, and oh my god, the video's been doing amazingly well as of today. We are on the very edge of a second video on my channel being 1,000 views, and this channel, like, you have to keep in mind, my subscriber, like my series, this is not a very, I'm not a very big channel at the end of the day, so I don't get a lot of views. I don't know what that was, but apparently it was something. And Railroads Online has been performing extremely well over the years, and I figure, and it's just like, it's one of my biggest it's one of my biggest view, like the biggest thing on my channel. It's rather interesting. So to effectively see videos like Railroads Online reach 1,000 views, get a total of 16 a bunch of subscribers since the video came out. I think I got 6 from that video, and it was just one of those things where it's like, oh, this is impressive. Okay, I'm about a minute late from the arrival time, but that's fine. I'm not trying to get a gold star or anything. I'm just trying to do the scenario properly. Maybe later I might get a better run. Oh, there he is. But yeah, like these, and I'm starting to wonder. I've always been wondering, like, what in the world? Why do these videos perform so well? There was one comment in particular back on a couple videos back. It was just like, okay, that might be okay. He was talking about like how he likes when I talk and kind of do these situations where they discuss, like, it's kind of a podcast format, and I'm starting to. And the more I think about it, the more I realize, oh, that's probably right. That's probably what that's probably the reasoning behind why these videos perform so well, is actually just me rambling. And interestingly enough, these the reason I tend to ramble with a lot of my videos is actually because I feel like this is more of an autism thing at the end of the day. I am an autistic child. I am autistic. I was diagnosed with autism. What the hell? What's our signal up there? I think we're clear. All right. I was diagnosed with autism a long time ago, back when I was 5 years old. And just to put this in perspective, that was a good 30 years ago. And it was just that kind of shows my edge a little bit, but not that much. But it was one of those situations where, like, when I was diagnosed with autism, it kind of changed everything about how I act and everything. And lo and behold, now it's kind of led to a bit of a bonus with how my with Railroads Online in particular. Like, it's led to like me just being able to fill an hour-long video with just me talking about random crap, whatever comes into my mind, whatever string of words leads to my into my head. And that's kind of the thing. It's like Railroads Online is good for that, because in games like Railworks in particular, where I have the time to just talk, like a podcast style kind of video, and that's kind of that's kind of what I like. Like, that's kind of what I kind of built my channel on originally, to some extent, was the idea that I was going to basically create these long it was a commentary, built to be this channel of what like, it was meant to be kind of like just whatever I wanted to throw up on the channel, like whatever I thought was good. A long time ago, I think the first video on my channel officially was a quote unquote rail fanning video that to this day I think it's lost to time, but it was an old video from Trains 12 of all things. Oh, hello sir. Jesus, he's racing. He must be an express because he's on the other track there. Oh god, that's a lot of trains. Holy fuck. That's a 75 right out there. Okay, so there's a 75 right here. That must be a crossover point. If there's a signal right before it. But yeah. It was just like, it was a rail fanning video that was on the, Trains 12, yeah. Trains 12 was it was on a Trains 12 video. And it was like rail fanning with like rail fanning on the Pocahontas subdivision. It was like one of those older videos, and it was a video of just the Nickel Plate Road 587 pulling a Norfolk Southern passenger train over the Pocahontas division. Nothing special, nothing great. Just a simple like camera here. This is where this is going. This is where that's going. So on and so forth. There's nothing special. The first video that's publicly available on my channel was me playing Trains a New Era back when it was just in early access, essentially. It was an early access because back then they were publishing, like they were getting ready to release it was back when the game was in, I want to say it was beta, but it was just me rambling, and it was just a weird design. Because I did not have OBS back then. I had two different programs running at the same time, and it's prevalent in this video. The video is of me, like, you actually see the opening segment of me just turning on UCam, of all things, which was my face cam at the long time. A lot of people don't remember, I'm sure a lot of people like, who watch these videos don't remember that I used to use a face cam. I used to use a webcam to kind of show off what I was doing. But that changed around 2018, actually. That changed in 2018 when I lost the vision in my left eye, and my right eye, since then, my right eye has kind of gone wonky as well, so I didn't really see much of anything. So it was just one of those things where, like, back then, it was just like a very different thing to how I do it now. Now, and another thing is that my setup back then, like I said, it was just a microphone, like a headset, like I think I was even using the microphone from a simple pair of wired headphones that I had, which is kind of similar to what I do now. I do have a headset that I use for my microphone, but I do plan in the future. I plan to get a proper microphone. I think I did try to attempt to use a microphone at one point, but that didn't work out too well because the microphone was kind of wonky and I didn't even know how to use it. So eventually I plan to use that. I plan to use a microphone and kind of do a very different style of video. So, but yeah, it's been about okay. We're running a little late, so we'll probably put the pedal to the metal here. But yeah, one of the very, like, this was back, so my first channel was a Trains video, Trains a New Era video, situated in, like, which was basically me playing a scenario in Trains a New Era. That was back in March of 2015. And don't you guys worry, I got plans for that, by the way. The 10th year anniversary of my channel. So we got plans for that, boys. This is going to be a long fucking scenario, isn't it? It said 45 minutes. Oh, we're about halfway done already. Okay, not too bad. But I got plans for the 10th year of this channel. And max speed is about 90 kilometers per hour. What, 90? Miles per hour. Okay, we're good. Oh, here comes another train. These are these old DMUs, huh? I would have thought that would be a little longer. Anyway, my channel, like, that was always one of the things about my channel, even back then, was that I was a rambling bunch of words that just never made any sense. And that was kind of I feel like that was kind of the appeal of a lot of the early, like a lot of my videos over time, was that the appeal was me rambling on about shit that I liked and things that I was interested in, and people just sitting there and watching it, honestly. And that's kind of that seems to be the appeal of the Railroads Online stuff. To some extent, it's the appeal of Trains and Classic, or Railworks as I still call it. I still call it Railworks because that's the original name this game was released with. So, okay, we're coming up to a 75 up here. Short 75 on the curve here. I know where we're at. I do like the weather look of this, honestly. This actually looks nice. Pretty cool. I need to get a screenshot, but I'll do that later. I'll probably do another run of this scenario with a screenshot, so. Clear. But yeah, it's just, I do plan to kind of go back and redo a lot of the older stuff that I did over the years for my channel and just having some fun. So I'm going to cut down the throttle here. We're about reaching that 75 limit here. Are we going downgrade? We're going downgrade. That's the thing. Let her coast a bit here. We're already at 74. I do like this. So far, I'm liking what I'm seeing on this route. Hello. Jesus. Clear. I'll just hit the button. Why not? We got an 80 limit coming up. Hello, sir. My God, that's loud. Coming up to the 90. Wait, that. Oh, it was just a speed restriction on the bridge? That's all it was? Fuck that. Alright, we're back to speed here. Got an 80. 80? Is that? Yeah, that's 80 coming up there. Okay. Not doing too bad. But yeah, I got some plans for my channel in the future. Like a lot of interesting plans. And I hope to have some unique content out this month, honestly. So we'll see what you guys will probably be interested in seeing what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks here. So, oh, there's the station up there, about a mile out. But it's honestly, like, from my point of view, this channel has really grown over the years. I mean, the intro, for example, that was a commission. The little intro logo thing that I have, that was a commission I made on Twitter a while back. It was something that, for the most part, I really, like, I always wanted something, like, unique to my channel. One of the things that, and that was kind of the thing. Like, if you actually watch my Derail Valley videos, one of the things about the Derail Valley videos is that the intro to each one of those videos that I've done is, like, very specific. If you actually, if you're a child of the rail fan, child of the 90s, if you've played like one of the more iconic train games out there is a little game called Railroad Tycoon. And Railroad Tycoon, which has kind of been to some extent, the games are very iconic in terms of like how they act and how they're done and everything. And very few games have replicated that. Very few games have replicated. Jesus Christ, that is loud as hell. Very few games have replicated how Railroad Tycoon has really captured the early days of train games. The closest game that I can always think of, for the most part, of games that capture the Railroad Tycoon style is Railway Empire. And I haven't played Railway Empire in a while because my computer, when I got my new computer, the hard drive is smaller than it was originally. So I don't have as much space to play around with. So I've actually haven't played that in a while, but I do plan to like get the DLCs for Railway Empire 2 and all that kind of stuff and kind of continue that gameplay. If I can get a hard drive big enough. But yeah, that's going to be a thing. But like one of the thing about Railroad Tycoon, when I originally got like Railroad Tycoon 2, oh, I got some penalties there. Minus 21 points. Let's go full rig. That is a 50 limit though. Coming right up here. We'll be kind of running behind schedule here, but not by much. We won't be speeding too much here. But yeah, it's one of those things where the game itself had this very iconic intro, very iconic sound, very iconic. It's just like a whole bunch of things that was like central to the original game. And I decided, from the very beginning, I always wanted to recreate that in, oh, we're going over the bridge here. Cool. And there was just like, I just wanted to recreate this from the ground up. Like recreate the game's famous intro segment. And I did for the Derail Valley series, but the beginnings of it was interestingly enough, what's it? Oh, we're coming up to the other side of the state. What, really? Already? But the game, like the part of the intro where the shows the Virtual Railfan Productions logo and everything, that was actually a commission I made specifically to recreate that intro segment. Now, I've had a buddy of mine over the years, who I'm sure he's probably watching this video. Maybe not. Maybe, I don't know. He's not entirely a fan of other content aside from the German stuff, which I haven't done in a while. No, now that I think about it, I probably should do some German equipment and whatnot. But maybe he's not German, but it's something. There's some railroad thing that he's like interested in more than what I typically use. But nonetheless, he did an old intro for me long ago. And granted, he's still like his stuff. He's been an old friend of mine. I've known him since the early days of my channel. Actually, never really did much. Never really shared it much to him until about a couple years ago. But it was one of those things where it's like now it's like, oh yeah, that's if you. He was, I think we found each other through Railworks initially, and then kind of expanded onto things like Euro Truck Simulator and stuff like that, where it was we did kind of go into other games and whatnot. And he made me an old intro years ago, an intro where it was basically my channel logo, or one of my channel logos. I had a few of them back in the day. That was surrounded by thunder and lightning, and then it just kind of shows up a little bit. It was kind of like this old school early 2000 cinematic intro type stuff, which granted, not a bad thing. I actually did I still want to use that on occasion for just the general look of my channel, especially when I'm playing games that are not centered around trains. So I do have that still on my computer a little bit. Come on. It's on direct service now. Alright, we're open. But yeah, it was one of those situations where he made me an old channel logo and I'm like, okay, that will work for now. Our channel intro, and it's that will work for now. And then later I came across somebody directed me to this Twitter user that was like, okay, I can make that for you. And they did it. I think they did that just for free. For some weird reason, they were more open to doing it or something like that. I either commissioned it for a small amount of money or something like that, and told them just oh, again, I'm late by about a handful of minutes here. But yeah, it was just one of those things where I came up with the idea very early on. I had no idea how to animate it. But somebody offered their services, or somebody I knew directed me to this person that offered me their services, and yeah, it came out quite nice. And then when I came up with the idea of, whoops, oh god, that's gonna, okay, that was going down grade and I was speeding up toward the 40. Well, either way, we got on top of it there. But yeah, it was one of those situations where it's I came across the channel stuff. I've always had this tendency to really want to create. Oh, this might actually be a good spot for a screenshot. Hang on. Hello, sir. Why do you look familiar? This actually might be a good spot for a little logo here. This is actually pretty cool. Where the fuck? Oh. My keyboard is not working. My keyboard is not working at all. It's interesting. Here we go. That'll work. There you go. Wait. Okay. It's always interesting when you hear the wheels, like that weird braking sound effect. And then it just doesn't want to work. Okay, whatever. Clink. There we go. We got our screenshot. We got our logo for the video. We still got our brakes on. Don't need that on. Well, maybe we do. I'll just let it coast. It's fine. Next station in a mile. A lot of them are relatively next to each other, eh? Okay, fair enough. Jesus Christ, the speed's here. It's very twisty and turny. But yeah, my channel has been around since 2015, but never really like established anything until about 2016, 2017 when I started doing Railworks Sundays. And that was a whole mess to get started with, honestly, because back then it was a pain in the ass to figure out what to use for the recording angle of it. Because back then, like I said, I was using Bandicam, and I was using another program called UCam for my face cam. And they were fine for some of the games I played initially, which was Transport Tycoon and stuff like that. But when I started getting into games like Railworks and stuff like that, like it was becoming it was not running properly. Bandicam would not do the game capture of Railworks, and as such, I had to work out I originally had to look into what do I need to actually get this to work. Turns out OBS, or Open Broadcast Software, had the ability to operate, to run the camera, or run the games and everything, have it show up. But it came at but I had no idea how to use it. I was always using Bandicam because it was something I was familiar with. And now looking back on it, it's for a long time I still had a copy of Bandicam, albeit cracked. It was one of those back in the day. I was making no money. I didn't get a job, official job, until 2015, a year after I started shortly after I started my channel. Actually, it was July of 2015 when I got my job, and lo and behold, I still got the job. I still have that job for 10 years later, honestly. Apply more brakes here. But yeah, I've never seen YouTube as a job. I've never seen YouTube as a sort of something to work at. It was just something. It was always just a hobby of mine that I was just okay, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun for a video. That's gonna be interesting. And lo and behold, it's now gotten to the point now where if I find a game that I think people will enjoy, I'll play it. If people don't, it's one of those things where it's I'm really impressed with how Railroads Online is doing, because I was never really one of those people that initially Railroads Online is such an obscure game that hey, is that the next? Yeah, it's on the next station. I did not get any points for that. Why did I get no points? Did I get any points or nothing? Oh, it was not a timetable stop, I don't think. Was it? Yeah, it was not a timetable stop. It was just a stop. Okay, fair enough. Okay, the last couple of platforms are not timetabled. Okay, interesting. We got a diverging signal out there. Okay. Okay, interesting. So we got some of these stations are not timetabled. That's interesting. Going on a diverging switch here. Whee! And we're still going down grade a bit. So let's try and keep that speed maintained here, boy. But yeah, my channel has really grown. I'm almost to 400 subscribers as of right now. And it's really cool. Because, like I said, I don't treat YouTube as a job. I treat it as a hobby. But it's always cool to see things that are always like your channel. Whoops. Your channel gets when your channel gets recommended, and when your channel just suddenly pops up on the algorithm as being one of the more popular stuff. It was always just rather interesting. The other day, there's a YouTuber, Heis, that I watch a lot, and I'm on his Discord. And it just so happens that it was last night, Halloween, ironically. It was either last night or the night before, the 30th, 31st of October. where I posted on the Discord like, hey, this video is actually doing like extremely well. I didn't break any of the rules. Like there's a rule of no self-advertising on that Discord, so I don't really post my videos on there. I just post screenshots of like the progress the video's been making. And Heights actually responded. I'll show the post up here on screen. Like it's really cool. Like so it's basically to the effect like it's really cool to see when you got a video. It's like it's really big high or something like that for when you get a video up on the #1 spot on your channel, like ranked #1 on the channel. And it's like, yeah, he's right about that. Like it's one of those things where like I personally like I don't really like. He's right where it's like the videos when you get a video that ranks #1 and it's your most recent video. Like that's a big deal for you, because it's one of those videos, like, and the progression of the video, like, the channel from my channel analytics as of right now, it's like almost at 1,000 views, and it's one of those things where it's like, oh, yeah, people are still watching this video. It's still climbing. Last time I checked, there was like a 940 views as of right now, something like that, and that was like. And like yesterday, it was like 920 views or something like that. So it's gone up by 20 views in the past 24 hours. And like I said, and I was looking at it today. I'm like, this is gonna reach 1,000 subscribers, like 1,000 views within the week, like within a week of that video being live. And I really do enjoy doing this as a hobby. And then. But it's always been confusing to me, like to some extent, when that starts happening. Like, why is this video getting so much traction all of a sudden? Why is this suddenly getting so many views? And I think like a couple days ago, it started dawning on me. Oh, it's not because of the video. It's not what I'm doing. It's what I'm saying. It's how I'm presenting the video. And for the most part, because like I said, back to my autism type stuff. I'm a rambler. I tend to ramble, where I just will talk for hours on end, and it really does give this impression that gives an impression that that I can fill in time. Like I can do a podcast scenario, like a podcast format to some extent, and it's just like things that come to my head, come and go. Things like that. And it just, at the end of the day, whoops, why am I doing that? Okay. It's just one of those things where like I really like, I think that's what gets people interested in all of these videos. Now I will say the viewership, like the time they view these videos versus like the length of time that they view these videos versus the time that they are just, you know, just like basically there we are. 7 miles. Okay, that's not too bad. The timing, like the amount of length of time that these people view the channel, like it's a consistent viewership. Like I actually looked at like how long people watch the channel, like watch some of my videos, and the Railroads Online video in particular, like they were watching for at least 4 minutes into the video. But like if you actually, there are people that watch the entire video. It's like, oh, there are people that actually watch this shit. Like I don't like. I'm one of those people that doesn't see my channel being very popular. I'm not I don't see my channel being like, it's not a heavy, like I'm not one of these guys that like will really go into editing and doing a production and all that kind of stuff. Well, though I do have plans for some videos like that. But it was always one of those things where like when I came across these all this stuff, it was like, oh, right, that's some people just put on videos in the background and just listen to them as if they're podcasts. And for those of you that are just like sitting there watching this video to this point now, because we're almost to the end of the scenario as a podcast, like, thank you. I really do appreciate the guys that just put a video on the background and just watch it as like some sort of like content for just like a background audio, just me rambling. Like That's really cool. I really do appreciate when people do that because it just means that they're interested in what I have to say, or at least just giving me the time of day type thing. Like, it's not a big, like, I don't expect people to be like subscribing to just me rambling, but like if they're interested in the content, that's fine. That's great. I love that. I personally, over the past couple of months since I started Railroads Online as a playthrough, I've always considered, like, I've gone back and forth on whether or not I should do a full-on, like, like a series or something like that for Railroads Online. I am 2 minutes late to this station. Jesus Christ. So I'm gonna get a time penalty for this, but okay. But yeah, it's one of those things where, like, at the end of the day, I am shocked by just how this all works out and everything. So, alright, apply brakes. So, easy does it into the platform. It's always interesting, you know? But yeah, like I said, like, my channel, like, when I originally started, I never thought I would even, like, treat this as a big, significant project. This was always something that I was like, okay, yeah, moving on. Like, this is just going to be a hobby. I'm just going to post when I can, which I still do. I still treat it like when I can. When I can post something, I'll post something. Yeah, we're 2 minutes late, so we're not going to get a positive score in this game run. So, oh well. But it was like, I never really do these career scenarios for the stars anymore. I used to do that, by the way. That's another thing on my channel back in the day, is that I would always do these scenarios for trying to get a gold star, but no, that's not going to work. Hopefully we can get some... No, never mind. We're at 79 points now. We're fine. But it was, like... Again, like, it's one of, like, these channel... Like, nowadays... my channel... Like, really adjusted my channel to be... like, if I wanted to do something, like, that I enjoy, then I'll do it. I'll show it off. If I choose to go off and do something that doesn't get any views, like some of my development logs of my railroad route project in Railworks, then yeah, that's fine. I'm doing it just for my fun, just for the fun of it. Because I do, like, and I've mentioned this. I do have a route project that I've been working on since 2020, and a couple of days ago, as of this as of the date of this video's publication, I actually posted on a third channel that I've had just sitting dormant for a while, the TS Dieselworks channel, and that channel was designed specifically to show off stuff for the for projects on the TS Dieselworks. And I finally got around to actually publishing the first development log to that channel. I was just, for the most part, I was like, okay, we'll just leave this dormant for a bit. But then I thought, well, the route's almost 5 years old. We need to actually do something special for it, and I did. The development log, for those of you that don't know, I will link that in the description below for the Dieselworks version and the original version, well, actually, I'll just link the Dieselworks version, considering that's the only version I did. Again, I'm going to be trying to post more to the Dieselworks channel for, again, Dieselworks content. But yeah, it's basically, this is a bigger, like, the route project has been in development for 5 years, and it's getting to the point now where I feel like, oh, I can really get ready to release this. So I did something special for that video, where the video literally shows off the kind of before and after stuff of the Blackwater Bridge. It's only been 40 minutes since I started this now. Okay. So we have actually gotten the timing right on this video. They said the scenario would take 45 minutes. And it's going to take 45 minutes. That's funny. That's actually perfect, even with the delays and everything on my rod. And I'm letting the hill kind of slow us down as much as we can before we reach the station here. There we go. Ding! Full service. This was a relatively calm scenario. Nothing special here. There you go. Open the doors. Yeah, we're 2 minutes late. Fair enough. Once we get things running, we should be able to just book it to the next station. Oh, that was in real life. I heard a plane. I'm like, is that from the game? But no, it's from real life. Go! Alright, we are behind schedule. Let's book it. How much time? How much? 3 miles? 4 miles. 4 miles out. Alright. Hello, sir. Left horn. Let's spook him. That's the first time I've used the horn. And we got a 65 coming up there? Yeah, 65. Should be good. Alright, we're clear. What? I can't get down. What the fuck? Okay, whatever. Alright, off we go. To adventure and death. But yeah, like, my channel, I will say, like, rambling about my channel for this long, honestly, it's just like, I didn't, it's, again, like, I always considered, just doing things that I just enjoyed doing. And I guess, in a way, it's actually led to my channel being somewhat decent. Oh, it changed gears? Why did the gear sound change? Weird. That's very strange. Oh! Sound the horn for the crossing. Whee! Alright. I guess speed-wise we need... Okay, fair enough. But yeah, it's like my channel has always been sort of a situation where it's like, well, if you enjoy it, make a video on it. If you don't enjoy it, then that's fine. Because people, like, you can't cater to everyone. Never treat YouTube as a job. Never treat it as something that you're going to make money off of. And that's always been my mentality. My mentality has always been, if I enjoy it, I'm going to play it, like, I'm going to do it as a hobby. That's kind of how everyone should treat a video, YouTube, like stuff on YouTube. They should always treat it as a hobby, not as a job, not as anything significant. Like, you're not, like, not many people are gonna make money. Like 1% of YouTubers are really making money off of YouTube, and those that aren't are, and those that are trying to get the money started, start getting that stuff going on YouTube. Good fucking luck. YouTube is such a big platform nowadays that you, if you make money off YouTube, you are really putting in putting your nose to the grindstone, so they say. Because you have to keep in mind, like I said, there are millions of users on YouTube, all of them doing things probably better than you. Sorry to be harsh, sorry to be blunt, but never treat YouTube as a career. That's kind of my take on it there. And always come at it with, like, an open mind. Like, always do, like, if your content is centered on one thing that you enjoy, good. Keep at it, because you're gonna like, if you can have fun, like, if you're gonna have fun with this, what you're making, then people will come to you. That's the whole thing. If they see you enjoying it, then they will enjoy it as well. That's kind of the mentality I've always taken with YouTube, and really anything I do, actually. Over the years, like, if I've, like, when I do stuff, like, when I make stuff, it's usually because I want to make it. I don't want to make it just because it's not usually something where it's like, well, there's not something here, I guess I might as well do it myself. No, I never took it that way. The way I always took it was that like, my channel has always been a situation where it's like, okay, oh, we're gonna make it on time on this one. Maybe not. When's our ETA? Pretty goddamn close if we keep up the speed. My channel, like, I've always, like, when it comes to projects and stuff, like, I always did it because I enjoyed making it. And people have always shown interest in it because of that. So, thank you guys so much for that. And we're actually approaching the final station here, which is cool, because I've actually kind of finished up my trains of thought here, in terms of that. So, I guess from here on out, as we approach this depot, and I'm going to shut down the throttle here, like and comment down below. Subscribe if you guys want more. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.